Hey guys, this is PKMomLife. I just want to do a quick little vlog kind of thing with you, a little chit chat. Hold on, let me get my water here. As you guys can see, I'm in my scrubs again. I'm getting ready to go to work. I have to be at work at 3. One of the girls I work with, her husband retired from the Air National Guard last year, and they invited him to the big Christmas gala thing party that they do. And she, was one like that she worked, and we worked 12-hour shifts. So I told her I'd be more than happy to come in and work for her at 3. So I'm gonna be leaving here soon. It's about 16 after 2 now. So, but anyhow, today is December 1st, and I wanted to kind of like pin it around and said a few things about what I've been doing with my weight loss, but I hadn't really gotten into detail with it yet. I went to my doctor back in end of October, I'm wanting to say sometime in October, and she changed my meds around. As I've told you guys before, I really was having a hard time with depression from like the end of August, all of September, and most of October. And my weight loss just stalled. Like, it was like before we went to the beach, I was working out, really watching what I ate, and stuff, and doing good. We went to the beach, I came home, and it was like a switch flipped in me, and I just didn't work out. I didn't watch what I ate, nothing. I wasn't doing nothing. All I wanted to do was sleep and all that. So, and then also, the last time I saw her before that, I had told her, that I really wanted to kind of start really trying to have a breast reduction. And she had told me, I've been talking to her about for years, and she had told me, that I probably needed to lose some weight, and all that. So, the breast reduction, like the first doctor I went to go see that she referred me to, it's not covered by my insurance. So I had to, we had to change it. Well, the doctor that is covered by my insurance, your BMI has to be 35 or less. Well, I weighed like 212 at that time or something. I don't know. I weighed quite a bit. But I didn't, nowhere close to the BMI I needed to be. Like, have a BMI of 35 or less, I think I have to be around 192, 190 pounds. So, anyhow, when I went to the doctor in October, I think it was, and she messed around my meds and stuff, she's like, okay, Tiffany, I want to try to help you to get this weight off. I want you to, because I know how important it is for you to have this breast reduction done and whatnot. And I was like, yeah, it is, and everything. And, I'd done, she asked me about using phentermine again, because I have used it off and on for years. And I always gain the weight right back. So, she did put me on phentermine, and, I lost 7 pounds, from when she started it to when I came back just last week to see her. So anyhow, that was, great. I didn't think I'd done that well, but because I really still wasn't working out. I wasn't really watching like I should. I mean, I just wasn't doing anything still to that point. I didn't start doing anything, I should say, until like the beginning of November. But anyhow, so I was taking the phentermine. That does curb your appetite if you've ever taken it. It also can make you jittery, make your heart rate high. There's lots of different side effects. It's not the best thing in the world to do. And with the cardiac history that my family has, like, I don't want to stay on it very long. So, I been looking at other things, what I could do. Well, one of the girls I work with, who is a good friend of mine, her and her girlfriend were doing intermittent fasting. They were fasting, I think, for 16 hours and then eating for 8 hours. And she told me about this back in October. And honestly, up to that point, I had never thought of fasting for weight loss. I'd always thought of it as like a religious thing. And there are times I had thought about fasting for different religious reasons and hadn't, because I was worried that with my job or with just taking care of the kids, that my blood sugar would drop, you know, because I mean, when I'm at work, I'm very active. But I was worried about my blood sugar dropping and everything, but so I never fasted before for religious reasons. But then Alex brought up the fasting, you know, as a diet. So I started watching YouTube videos on it. I started Googling different things about it. And kind of like maybe the week before Thanksgiving, 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, I'm trying to remember when, I kind of started playing around with fasting, which I kind of was already doing almost, because like the 16/8 fasting, because typically I wouldn't always eat breakfast and then end up not eating till lunch and be lunch. But the problem was I was still snacking. So I guess I wasn't really fasting. I was snacking. So, and sometimes I did eat breakfast. But anyhow, I thought, you know, let me try this. Well, I did, and I really kind of liked it. But I still found myself eating more calories than what I needed to eat in a day. Because I was still kind of keeping track of my calories, and just kind of, I was keeping track of my calories trying to watch at that point. Because I was really, you know, was like, I'm going to see my doctor in a couple weeks. I really at least have to lose a few pounds. Because at that point I hadn't really lost, you know, but like 3 pounds. Which I know is better than nothing, but still. So anyhow, I started the intermittent fasting. I did the 16/8, and I liked it, but, you know, I was eating too much. Well, the more I started to research and look into intermittent fasting, I found out about OMAD. OMAD is where you eat only 1 meal a day, and that 1 meal a day is what covers your calories. Now, as a nurse, I know that my body needs a certain amount of calories a day to function. But I also know that if you gain, you know, if you eat too many calories, you're going to gain weight. Like 3,500 calories is equal to 1 pound. You don't want to be eating 3,500 calories a day. And there's lots of people out there in this world that do and eat close to that every day. So I heard, you know, I read about that, and then people were talking about how it was just so much easier because you felt like you had more control. You could still eat what you wanted, but you just had to eat it that one meal. You know, if I just wanted to eat, I don't know, donuts for that 1 meal, I could. Now, that wouldn't be a good idea because, you know, because I'm trying to keep my calories right now between 12 and 1,400, and, you know, 3-4 donuts, I'd be at 1,200-1,400 calories, you know, and that's not going to be enough to sustain you for, you know, another 24 hours. You're going to get hungry eating that. So anyway, I could eat what I wanted. Like, I could still go eat Mexican with Chris and not have to worry about, you know, making sure I had, like, not low carb, but, you know, low calorie type food. I could still do what I want. I thought, you know, I like that. And then another thing that they talked about was that when you fast like this, that your body burns your fat, the fat in your body, the excess fat you have. And I had already been told by my surgeon when he took my gallbladder out that there was fat. I had a fatty liver already. And that was it'll be 5 years ago in August. So I'll be 38. So like 30, 32. I'm not doing math right now in my head. And so I thought, well, you know, that would be good. You know, that would be a good plus. Also, I carry a lot of my weight in my belly. My belly is fat. I hate my belly, you know, and I think there's probably some fat in my boobs, but I think most of my fat is in my belly, and most of my weight, you know, is from here to my waist. So I thought, you know, if I can lose some fat, that would be awesome, you know, just because my body is using it for the energy, not using the calories I've taken in and all that. Like, the science behind it, I can't get into right now because I'm not that good at it yet. I'm still learning as I go. So anyhow, the week of Thanksgiving, I decided I was going to try OMAD. And remember, guys, that's 1 meal a day, just 1 meal a day. So, and I thought too, you know, with doing OMAD, that would be a good way for me to kind of eat up what I have at home instead of going out, you know, because I'm really trying to save some money here too. And we all know healthy food is expensive. So I started doing it, and I really liked it. I really did. And it did not feel hard to me at all. I was really kind of surprised at how easy it was for me not to lick the peanut butter knife when I made the boys a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or eat the crust off their sandwiches, or snack off their chips they were eating, or whatever, it was. Just eating what I wanted, and you try to eat it all within like an hour. So I did, and I did pretty good. And then on Thanksgiving, I was only going to eat one meal at Thanksgiving, but then we had a change of plans at going to 2 different places. And at the second place, I hadn't really planned on eating anything, but they had some like different stuff that we didn't have at the first Thanksgiving dinner, so I did end up eating, but it kind of still kept me in a 16-8 fast window, which I was okay with. But then right after Thanksgiving on Friday, Saturday, I think there might have been one day last weekend I did not fast. I can't remember right now. But I kept it up. I've been fasting every day. I've been trying to eat between 2 and 3, and that's worked out great. Now, yesterday, when I fasted, yesterday was Friday. We do date nights on Fridays, and this is the first time we've done a date night since I started this fast, doing the OMAD fasting. And, when we do date nights, we don't normally get to the restaurant till 8 o'clock or later, because either, I've had to stay over work, or Chris has gotten busy with work. I mean, he just likes to eat late anyhow. So there was that. And, so anyhow, we, yesterday I kept myself busy. I wrapped presents, because I ended up not having to work yesterday. So I wrapped presents, and I did, just different things around the house to keep myself busy and keep my mind off food. But, I never really felt that hungry. I just kept drinking my water, If I did start to feel a little hungry, I would just make sure I drank down some water real quick, And then last night we went to the Mexican restaurant. We had Mexican, we had a couple beers, and everything, and we came home. On Thursday, also this week, I forgot to tell you guys this, I had a class, an 8-hour class I had to go to. And I knew that lunch was going to be at like noon, and typically I eat from 2 to 3. So I was like, how am I going to do this? So I went ahead and ate lunch with my friends, because they're one of the girls I work with, and then we met up with another girl in the cafeteria, and I went ahead and ate lunch, just ate what I want. I had like a chicken wrap, a wheat chicken wrap with grilled chicken, a bunch of lettuce, and the other vegetables, and spicy ranch. So, and some potato chips. Well, then that evening when I got home, I don't know what happened. I had no self-control, but I ended up eating some ice cream and some Chex Mix. But it still was like an 18-6 fast. Today I've been fasting, and it's now 2:28, so I'm gonna have to get off here very soon. And I'm going to work, and I'm going to fast till I get off work. So no water or anything until, or not no water, but no food until after I get off work. Chris is fixing dinner for us tonight. So that'll be another, I'll be almost 24 hours till I eat again from when I ate last night. And I feel great. Like, I really do. I feel like I'm already, just in the 2 weeks I've been doing this, even with the slip up days, I feel like my skin's clearing up. I feel better. I'm sleeping better. I'm not want to sleep in all day. I have energy to get up and do stuff. I do feel more productive. I think a lot of the productivity is because, one, I have more energy, and two, I don't want to sit in front of the TV, because if I sit in front of the TV and do nothing, I'm going to want to eat. And that's not what I need to do. So I've been much more productive the last few days doing things, and I'm super proud of myself for that, because I need to be more productive. Like I said, I've been tracking my calories on my FitnessPal, just to make sure I stay between like 12 to 1,400 calories. There have been days I've gotten up to like close to 2,000 calories, but for the most part, I've stayed between like the 1,100 range. Have I lost any weight yet? That's a good question. I don't know. I was 202 last Tuesday or Wednesday, I want to say. At the doctor the day before, I was like 204. What I'm doing though is I've almost always weighed myself every day, and but never counted the actual weight, like the weight that I saw on most days, like even like matter to me. It was just kind of like an accountability type thing for me, except for on Tuesday. Tuesdays was the weight I tracked. You know, if I had gained weight from one Tuesday to the next, you know, ball humbug, Tiffany, get together. If I had lost weight, let's get it going, Tiffany, you're doing great, you know, so. But this YouTuber that I have found, it's her website, or her page is 6 Mouths to Supper. Her name is Kayla. She is amazing. But she has been talking about how she averages her weight, because you do have weight fluctuations every day from like water weight if you eat too much salt. You know, like I was up to 205.8 at one point this week, and I think it's just because I had so much salt, you know, eaten. When I ate the cafeteria and this morning I was 205.8, but when I ate and yesterday, but eat at the cafeteria and all that Chex Mix I had that night, and then yesterday have a Mexican and beer, you know, it was just salt, you know, I was retaining water. So I'm sure tomorrow maybe the scale will be down. But she averages her 7-day weights, and that's how she gets her weight loss. So we'll see. I feel really good. I'm also keeping track of my waist measurements. Haven't really noticed a big difference yet. We'll see. But I just wanted to let you guys know what I was doing and what I'm going to continue doing for probably, I'm trying to see what time it is. Okay, I've got to go. I'll continue doing. And like last night, Chris and I were talking. He was like, why don't you do low carb? And I was like, I like carbs too much to do low carb. I need something that I can sustain for the rest of my life. And I'm sure you guys, some of you are thinking, oh my gosh, you can do OMAD for the rest of your life. Yeah, I think I could. You know, because I can eat what I want. I don't have to feel like I'm keeping myself from something I really want, you know. So that is where I'm at right now with my weight loss journey. Hopefully, by the time I go back to the doctor, I'm actually not going back to my family doctor until January. And hopefully when I go back to see her, you know, maybe I'll be really close to the 190. You know, I don't know. That'd be awesome. Because, I mean, that would be a little over 10 pounds in a month. So that would be a big weight loss for just a month. But it'd also be awesome. You know, I mean, especially since I'm doing this new thing. So anyhow, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll try to do weekly updates and just let you guys know. I may mention it some on my Vlogmas this month. I don't know. We'll see. I will keep you guys updated and let you guys know how it's going so far. Where I'm saying I've done this OMAD for 2 weeks with a couple, you know, cheat days. Or not cheat days, I wouldn't say, but just days where I had to rearrange things a little bit. I'm doing fine with it. I really do feel great. So we'll see what happens. If you guys are interested in watching my journey with this, please hit that subscription button and hit the notification bell. That way you can get notified when I post new videos. And then also make sure you give me a thumbs up and leave any comments below that you have about how you may feel about me doing this. You know, I am a nurse. I know things. I mean, I'm not stupid by any means. I know things, you know, about nutrition and whatnot. So, I've done my research and I feel like I'm doing what's best for me. And that's what matters. And as long as I get healthy, you know, like a year from now, when I do my yearly blood work for my family doctor, if all of my numbers are better, hello. You know, like that's awesome. If my weight's down to where I want it to be, that's even awesome. I mean, well, it's not even awesomer. Is that a word? But that would be awesome too. I mean, like my goal right now is just to get to 190. And then after that, I want to get down, you know, I might take it just 10 pounds at a time. I think the lowest I've been in my adult life is 170. At least since I graduated college. I would really like to get into a healthy BMI, and that's going to put me about 130 to 140 pounds. I haven't been that little since I was probably in high school, my first year of college. So, but anyhow, guys, I have got to go. I've got to get to work. So I hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget to hit the subscription button and the notification bell and give me a thumbs up and put your comments below, please. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys, and you guys are the best. Mwah!